On to the third feature in the Empire of Scream set, and that is Cellar Dweller from 1988. One of those movies that I had never encountered before. I don't think I'd even seen a trailer, or if I hadn't taken much notice of it. It's got one of those titles that kind of jumps out at you though, Cellar Dweller. And when you start the movie, or when I did, I was over the moon to see Jeffrey Combs there, because it's always great to see him. A film that he was in the 80s that I hadn't seen. This was going to be good times. And we kind of see him drawing some wonderful art, a comic book called Cellar Dweller, about a creature that's devouring people. And he is looking for inspiration for some quotes and digs out what can only be described as a Necronomicon and starts to steal passages out of that to write in the little speech bubbles. Unfortunately, the creature comes alive and starts to cause a rampage in this house, eating people, killing people, and we see this man, played by Combs the artist, having to kill the monster in an elaborate way and killing himself at the same time. We jump 30 years to the house is now a writer's retreat. We follow Whitney, a young character who comes to get some inspiration from the dead artist, because she loves that Cellar Dweller comic and stories. And she starts to discover lost drawings, starts to become enamoured with the idea of Cellar Dweller and starts to reinvent it in her own style. And of course, by doing that, she brings back this wonderful creature, which is practical, it's gory, it's gruesome looking, it's terrific, and we watch as this thing comes back and starts to take vengeance on the people that really piss Whitney off. Who's next? Making her the prime suspect in this one. Now, Cellar Dweller was one of those ones that really grew on me the more I watched it. After the initial setup, I was a little bit taken aback, and it had to work again to win me over. By the end, I was probably pissed off again, but through that middle part, I really kind of enjoyed it. Whenever the creature comes, it's fantastic. And the way it cuts between the creature and the comic book panels, missing out parts that would be really hard to do on a limited budget, it's really smart, and I kind of like the way they edit and do that with this film. The actors and the stories all fine. I've got a real problem with the ending of this one, and I will not go into it. But man, was there any need? Really? Was there? I would absolutely go back and watch Cellar Dweller again. It's 77 minutes. It's another easy watch. Such a quick film to put on. Get that atmosphere, that nice story. It's condensed. It doesn't feel as if it's wasting a second of screen time. It just tells the tale it wants to do and gets the hell out of there. And it's so much practical effects that I just utterly loved. Big creature, the Cellar Dweller was amazing. I loved that whenever it appeared. I think this one, although it's probably my least favourite from the box set so far, was still a fun film. Still one that I would go back and revisit again. In fact, let's jump into the extras and see what they have in store here. Here we are in the disc for Cellar Dweller. Let's go to the special features. First up, we've got an audio commentary with special makeup effects artist Michael Dake. As well as that, we've got Mate Budrovich and David Wayne talking with him, kind of interview format, which I really like. Lots of good information here, but primarily, and shockingly, how the film was made in only 10 days, maybe as much as 2 weeks. The comparisons between working with the director and, believe it or not, Michael Bay. How Don Mancini wrote the original script and then used a pseudonym for this film as it was changed so much, which was, really kind of interesting. Next up, we have Grabbed by the Ghoulies. It's 16 minutes, 3 seconds. It's a career retrospective of the director, which I really loved. John Carroll Beaker. And it kind of works through his career, his films, the impact that he had. Inside the Cellar is 16 minutes 30 seconds. We are talking to Michael Deek, the man who's on the commentary. He is kind of talking about working for Beaker, how had a good relationship, how the relationship between Charles Band and the director was as well. We have various trailers here, so we've got the VHS trailer, and then we have more films by Empire Pictures, which is great because you get some of these trailers as well. That runs for 11 minutes 23 seconds, and then we have the VHS version of that, which runs at 17 minutes 1 second. Great trailers. It really shows you the kind of crappy quality the VHS was as well. We also have image galleries on this one. We have the original sales sheet, which is basically an expanded synopsis, and we have some original production notes which are interesting as well. That's the extras for Cellar Dweller. So there we have it. Cellar Dweller, the monster on the loose from the basement, going to munch on people and do these rather scary quotes as it's chasing someone down. Great effects, great story, great extras. Again, another one that I can't say I didn't enjoy. And that's the main thing with this set. I just love watching these and having fun with them. I'd love to know your thoughts on this one, whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Similar thoughts to me. Let me know in the comment box below. Nice to have that discourse. There's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to the Patreon, membership programme and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.